Olushola Popola, chartered accountant, investment advisor, and also a life coach. So it's always a good time every evening on Sundays when we share inspirational talk together and we look at one or two things that will help us maximize our life and our future. I tell you, it is not over until it is over. A lot of people will say 2020 has gone. What can I achieve? But I can tell you without any iota of doubt that there is still much to be achieved in the course of this year. But then you got to you have to believe it that it can happen for you. Is what you conceive, you believe that you can achieve. So, ladies and gentlemen, quickly because of time, we just go straight into the presentation slides that we have so that we can all have the best of this, because I understand that we get more when we look at pictures, and pictures stick and they tell more words than 1,000 words. All right. So let me share my screen with you. Let me share my screen with you. Just hold on a minute. Okay. All right, here we go. So tonight, the topic is optimizing time and opportunity to succeed. Optimism is something that is very, very germane, that's very, very key in the process of success. That any man that seeks success looks at time. They look at opportunity, time and opportunity. But before I go on, just like in our normal way, I want to define what is success. We say success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. I don't know what success means to you, but it's the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Whatsoever it is, you might be looking for financial success, marital success, educational, whatsoever. It's the progressive. It is not the sudden realization. Nobody succeeds suddenly. Anyone that you hear that, oh, this person succeeds suddenly, just the way it comes, the same way you will see it will fade away. But when the person takes it, you say a progressive. Are you a teacher and you love to teach? That's your passion. If you are doing it progressively, you are building your career, developing yourself. It is not the amount of money that you have that determines your success level, but the achievement of that worthy ideal. What is that worthy ideal that you are pursuing? In 2020, what was that ideal that you set for yourself that you are achieving? Success, as I always say, it's a planned event. It's not accidental. Success is never accidental. It is a series of planned events. What are the planned events that you have? So if you have an understanding that success is a series of planned events and success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal, the other thing I want to also let you know is that when you are looking at success, success can also be said to be simple discipline compounded over a period of time. Simple discipline compounded over a period of time. Also, failure is simple error of judgment compounded over a period of time. Now, just in a simple way, I said, oh, you are preparing, a student is preparing for exam. They said, read your books every time and things like that. And that child reads one book a day, one chapter a day and things. Reading one book a day does not mean you are going to succeed. But over a period of time, that accumulates to success. What are those simple disciplines that you are doing now? And failure, simple error of judgment. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to do it then. I always use people that always want to lose weight. It's, I don't take so much sugar. I don't take this. You said, oh, if I take one burger now, is it going to make me fat? With one cup of Coke, make me fat. This and this. But what? Simple error of judgment. Compounded. One cup of Coke will not make you fat today. but compounded over a period of time. Now, you know that the common thing I've been saying here is time, time, time. Now, we're going to be looking at time and opportunity. Time and opportunity. Now, there's a book in the Bible that says, I returned. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11. Ecclesiastes 9:11. He said, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill. But what? Time and chance happeneth to them all. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. Time and chance. The guy was the most brilliant guy in our school. When we were in secondary school, he was a top flyer. When we were in the university, he's an A student. He was a 4-pointer. No, that does not determine success. Time and chance. And now you must want to know that when you talk about time, when we're talking about time, what is time? He said time is the ongoing sequence of events taking place. The past, the present, and the future. And the basic units of measuring time is in what? Seconds. Now, let's look at, and I want you to please take note of this. Life is measured in time. Life is measured in time. You know, if I meet you now and I say, how old are you? What I'm asking is, what time have you spent on earth? When I say, how old are you? What I'm just asking is, what time have you spent on earth? How can you account for the time that you have spent on earth? You are 30 years, you are 40 years, you are 50 years. How have you spent that time? Now, one thing that I always like to do, maybe because of my own profession and the way I always assess time, I always give value, because I say what you don't put value to, you don't attach importance to. When you attach value to your time, you'll be more cautious in spending that time. Everything about life, you know, God stays in eternity, but he works with human in time. Eternity, when we say eternity, eternity is a lifetime of a God that never dies. Eternity. God is timeless. He has no beginning, he has no end. But to help humans to measure themselves, he puts time in eternity. Oh my God, are you getting me? He puts time in eternity so that he can measure, from 1920 to 19, from 2020 to 2021. He puts time in eternity. God is not moved by time. God is not structured by time. But time is what he uses, that man uses to measure himself. So time waits for no man, but man can control, man can utilize time. The time is the common currency that every one of us have. The rich, the poor, everybody has 24 hours in a day. Every one of us, we have 24 hours in a day. Now, question is, how do you spend your time? Now, while I was growing and in my career, when I began to study time and then in relation to success. Now, maybe as an accountant, let me just give you this, and for you, just follow me. Let me say, okay, while I was working way back in 2005, thereabout, when I resigned from my job, as at that time, my salary was about 240,000 naira monthly, 240,000 naira every month. Well, that looks good. But you know, a day came, I decided, let me see, what is my worth? What is my daily worth? And I divided that 240,000 by 30, and that gave me 8,000 naira per day. That means my worth is 8,000 naira per day. Now, if I'm worth 8,000 naira per day, what am I worth per hour? Then I divided 8,000 divided by 24. That gave me about 333 naira per hour. That means if I'm discussing with you, I'm spending about 333 naira per hour. Whatever I'm doing, whether I'm sleeping or I'm awake, I'm spending about 333 naira per hour. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is the worth of your own? Do you know there are some people that are worth millions per hour? There are some people that are worth millions per hour. But the value that you place on the time. Now, how do you place value on your time? It is dependent on the opportunities that are open to you. What are the opportunities that are open to you? The opportunities that are open to you that you seize or do not seize will determine the kind of value that is placed on your time. Now, I hope I'm communicating with you. You know, there's a man that I love so much, Dr. Miles Monroe. He says something, the most common gift that God gave man is time. The most common gift. Everybody has that time. What you are and what you become depends on how you use your time. Remember, the race is not for the swift. The battle is not for the strong. He said time and chance. So what you are and what you will become is dependent on how you use your time. Time cannot be stopped, but humans can control time. Do you have a good control of your time? In the past years, how well have you controlled your time? We are the vestibule of another year. How much control will you have over your time? If you don't have control over your time, if you spend your time, anybody can just take your time anyhow, then I can tell you how next year will look for you. Next year will look exactly like this year. You're not going to move anywhere. But if you make up your mind that you are going to be making constructive use of your time, you are going to put more value, place more value on your time, then I tell you, you are a candidate for advancement. Now let's look at the word opportunity. Opportunity. Now, opportunity means the chance to do something which could be rewarding or beneficial. The chance to do something which could be rewarding or beneficial. You know, it's an opportunity. When you say you have the opportunity to speak, you have the opportunity to work and things. A job or a career position which is suitable and available. That's another way to look at opportunity. So now, if somebody tells me, oh, this guy is lucky, and I tell the person, the guy is not lucky, the guy is just that he was prepared. He spent time preparing for the opportunity. When opportunity means preparedness, then you can say that person is lucky. But what happened? The person before the opportunity came was making adequate use of his time. This man that I love to speak about so much, the man called David, at a point in time in his life, he had to go and fight a man called Goliath. And when he said he was going to fight, everybody was saying, are you nuts? Are you crazy? How can you go and fight this guy? The guy said, I have a skill. While I've been in the bush, while everybody thought I was just looking after, I was just an ordinary Fulani headsman, looking after my father's goat and cows, I was practicing a skill called how to shoot the catapult. And that was what he was spending his time to do. Ladies and gentlemen, what are you spending your time on? Or you are waiting for the opportunity to come before you start developing the skill. So ladies and gentlemen, you must look at, now that I'm not engaged, now that things are not so challenging, what are the opportunities? What am I going to be doing with my time? So ladies and gentlemen, opportunity cost. Now, when we talk about opportunity, there's always a cost. In economics, we always say opportunity cost. And what do we mean by opportunity cost? Is what a person sacrifices. Opportunity cost. If I decide that there's a cup, that I have a glass of Coca-Cola and I have a glass of water, I have a choice. I can either take one of them. If I decide to take the glass of water against the glass of Coke, the opportunity cost is that glass of Coke. The option that you did not take, that is the cost of the one you're doing. Now, they said, God said, I have laid before you life and death. And he said, choose life. He has given you the opportunity to choose. One thing that God will not do for you is to choose for you. You are the man that will choose. Oh, opportunity, business opportunity comes your way. You have the choice. It's you. It's you. It's not anybody. that we choose. Will I take this or will I not take it? If you choose to take it, you've taken the opportunity. Now, what you have done is the cost of the success is the failure you refuse to accept. The cost of your success is those things that you've sacrificed. Opportunity. And the only thing is this: opportunity is always coming to every man. When you say time and chance, chance is also regarded as opportunity. Chance is also regarded as opportunity. So it's time and opportunity that happens to everybody. But how do you make use of it? So quickly, let's look at this. I put it here to you. According to Ralph Waldo Emerson, he said, for the resolute and determined, there's time and opportunity. For the resolute and the determined, how resolute are you to succeed in the new year coming? How resolute are you to succeed in your endeavor when you are so resolute that come what may, I will succeed? I tell you, once you have that kind of mindset, the opportunity will always come and the time to execute it will be there. Now, one thing you must always know, opportunity, I always say something, according to, I forgot to say that, who quoted it. He said the opportunity of a lifetime, please mark this word. He said the opportunity of a lifetime must be seized in the lifetime of the opportunity. I take that again. The opportunity of a lifetime must be seized in the lifetime of the opportunity. Now, this, let me explain this way. There's a lifetime opportunity. Maybe if I start this business now, this business is going to make me great. It's going to explode my finances. Now, but the opportunity has a short time. When the window is opened, if you don't seize it as at that time, I remember many years ago, that's about 2009 or 2010, I was sitting down in my house when a friend called me and he told me about something called the Bitcoin. And when he talked about Bitcoin then, it made no sense to me because as at that time, we just finished something we called e-gold. We were dealing with things we called e-gold. E-gold was like e-currency. You know, all these things that is coming up now, they've come up at one time or the other in the past. So when they told me about Bitcoin, he said this Bitcoin is going to be better than the dollar. He said, Shola, can you just attend a webinar? That was 2009, 2010. And I attended the webinar. And you know what pissed me off in the webinar? When the man that was doing the webinar said that this Bitcoin is going to be more valuable than the dollar. I say, oh, what a beautiful nonsense. Why can this man be saying this coin will be better than the dollar? We have not finished spending the paper one. You are saying the currency, E1. We have just finished e-gold now and we lost a lot of money. And you are not talking about an e-currency. Now, I did not even finish the webinar. I shut it down. As at that time, the friend called me and said, Shola, why don't you buy this Bitcoin? I said, buy it for what? How can I buy something that I don't understand? That you don't understand it does not make it fake. That you don't understand it or you can't comprehend it does not mean it is not real. And then, do you know what? As at that time, he said, if I can buy just $1,000, $1,000 worth. Now, $1,000 as at that time was about 150,000 naira. 150,000, yeah. Because then dollar was about 150. Now, 150,000 is what I could afford. 2010, I could afford it. If I had bought that, as at that time, the Bitcoin was selling for $0.1. That's 10 cents. $0.1. Now, if I had invested in it that time, maybe I would have gotten about 0.1 on a $1,000. Maybe that would have given me about 10,000 units. 10,000 units of Bitcoin. As of today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking of 2010, 2020. This is about a space of 10 years. Now that same Bitcoin is selling for over maybe about $7,000 per unit. That means if I had bought one at 0.1, Now, that same one now will have been about $7,000. Now, that means I'll be talking about, maybe if I'm able to hold it for long, I'll be talking about 10,000 units times 7,000 US dollars. But is that opportunity there again? That will have been an opportunity of a lifetime. But because I did not grab the opportunity of a lifetime during the lifetime of the opportunity, you know, it's just like this diagram that I've shown you. An opportunity is like a biscuit dipped in tea. A little delay, it is gone. You know, you want to eat your biscuit. For those people that love to soak bread or biscuit, if you drop your biscuit in your tea, you want to take it just to soften it, you take it out immediately and want to eat it. If you delay, you leave that biscuit in the tea for a minute or so longer than necessary, you will see that part that is soft will cut away and sink into the time. It will sink into time, opportunity and time. The opportunity of a lifetime must be seized during the lifetime of the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, today is your opportunity to build the tomorrow that you want. Today is your opportunity. Tomorrow is in time, is that not? Tomorrow is in time, but today is also time. You have the opportunity to build the tomorrow that you want. A lot of people will tell you, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Oh, things are not working. How am I going to do it? You are either moving towards or away from success at any given time. What direction are you heading in right now? At every given time in your life, you are either moving towards success or far away from success. The choices you are making now, the very kind of choice that you are making now, is either moving you towards success or moving you far away from success. You have to be sensitive. You have to understand, where am I facing part time? What I am doing currently, is it moving me towards success or moving me far away from success? Now, one of the things that I want to tell you is this. Even, I don't care whatsoever age you are, you feel, oh, I'm now old, I'm getting old. I didn't mean it was 5 years ago. I didn't mean it was 10 years ago. If I had this, I would have been able to do something or structure something with my time. I tell you, there's what we call redeeming the time. Redeeming the time. Now it says, see then that you walk carefully, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't need to tell you that the days are evil. There are a lot of things that want to take away your destiny. There are a lot of things that want to deny you the success. There are evil things around you. You see, technology has gone wild. Technology has gone wild, and you see people that should have been successful. They spend their time. They spend their time on things that are not relevant. You see a lot of people, somebody, you tell them, oh, come and do this business, or come and do, you say, you know what, my brother, I don't have time. When they tell me they don't have time, I ask you, how much time do you spend on that thing called WhatsApp in a day? How much time do you spend on it? You know, at a point in time, I tell you, if I put on my WhatsApp, you will see I have a lot of unread messages. Not because I don't want to read them, but I put some value on my time. I told you years back, for somebody who is earning 240,000 naira a month, if you divide it by 30, it gives you 8,000 naira a day. That means 8,000 naira a day. If you buy pizza for your children, 4,000 naira, you have eaten half of your life. So if you now divide it and then you look at 300, I want you to sit down and do a calculation of what is the value of 1 hour to you. Do you know the value? If I ask you what are you doing now, you think it's only your data you are spending. Do you know you are spending your time? What is the value of that time? Have you put a value to it? What you are currently earning is the function of the value on your time. And you know one thing, nobody will pay you for your time. People will pay you for the value that you bring to your time. Hello, Listen to me loud and clear. Nobody pays for your time. Your time is useless. Your time is worthless if it has no value. What is the value of your time? You know, if you begin to add skills to yourself, you know, somebody say, somebody has to pay for my time. Who's paying for your time? If you think people pay for your time, take a chair tomorrow morning, go and sit down in front of CBN and say, I'm spending 8 hours here, and let me see who is going to pay you for sitting down there. Have you imagined why 2 persons working in an office, one is paid 30,000 naira, another one is paid 300,000 naira, and they are both spending 8 hours in that job? Why? One has more value for his time. Ladies and gentlemen, for you to be a valuable person, you must add value to your time. As you are going into the new year, what value will you put to your time? What value will you be adding to your time to make this, the new year, more profitable? So here we go. Now, I'm going to be talking about the things that, what do you need to do to redeem your time? Ladies and gentlemen, if you take this talk tonight serious, you will have greater value in the next year coming. Now, what are the things that you need to do? Number one, what are the things you need to do? You must document a plan. What are your plans for the new year? A lot of people are going into the new year, praying and saying, God, I hear people say, God, help me to see the new year. Help me to see the new year. See the new year for what? See the new year for what? Without plan. Every time you hear Happy New Year, what is happy about the new year? It is an opportunity for you to plan. But you go into a year without planning. Corporate organizations, companies that we work for, October, they have prepared their plan. They have prepared their budget. You are working in a company, you have prepared your annual business plan for 2021. But have you planned your own year? Have you planned your life for 2021? You fail to plan as planned to fail. How have you planned? So you must have a documented plan. They say people die for lack of vision. What is your vision for 2021? What are your plans for your children? What are your plans for your business? What are your plans for your family? What are your plans? Do you have them documented? Or everything that comes, you just come, chala, cholo, chala, and you just join, you do everything that is available. No plan. So number one, document a plan. Then number two, establish your priority on your plans. What are the priorities that I'm going to give to these plans? I have various plans. He said many are the desires of the righteous, but God establishes it. Now, you have to have the plan and you put priority on it. When you put priority on your time, you will not waste it. In January, this is what I need to do. I have great doors and opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities that opens onto us. A man called Paul said, he said, great and effectual doors are opened unto me, but there are many adversaries. That is, great opportunities are opened, but there are many adversaries. Now, when you fail, many of us are the adversaries to ourselves because we fail to prioritize the opportunities. You fail to prioritize the opportunities that you should be accepted. You don't take every opportunity is not your opportunity. Do you hear me? Every opportunity is not your opportunity. The opportunity you should be taking are the opportunities that align with your purpose in life. The opportunities that you will run with, they are those that align with your purpose. But unfortunately, many of us don't even know our purpose. We don't know our purpose. We just feel we are here. We are marking time. It's just eat and drink. Oh, they said after you finish school, when you finish school, you go, you marry. After you marry, you born pikin. After you born pikin, you busy, and then you die. No, that is not life. What is your purpose in life? You must put priority. Put value to your time. Put value. Number three, put value to your time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't put value to your time, you are going to waste it. One of the things, I'm sorry, if you watch football, great for you. I like you, you great. But for me, one of the reasons I find it difficult to watch football, one of the reasons I find it difficult to watch African Magic or something is because when I looked at what Messi, you know the man they call Messi, I looked at what is his value per hour. When I checked his value per hour, that guy is worth, at my calculation, the guy is worth over 7 million per hour. Now, I'm going to be using my own pastry son to sit down and watch and be clapping. No. I had to talk to myself. Shola, begin to put more value to your time. Become a prideful somebody. So that when somebody, at a time when I'm invited for a program, or somebody, when I'm paid, when I'm consulting, at a time, even to ask for 50,000, I say, if you can pay me 50,000 for this. At the time, I put more value because I knew I was delivering more value. At a point in time, by appearance, when I go to talk or speak in an engagement, I get paid 100,000 naira. At a time, I began to put more value to myself. When I get more speaking engagement, I put more value because I know I'm building myself. And I tell them, whatever you pay, you know you're not going to regret it. And you want me to talk to your staff on performance, I'm going to speak to them. And I tell you, in that year, you are going to see their performance is going to be doubled. Because what? I put value to my time. So number four, protect your plans and priorities. Don't go off course. Don't go off course. Are you writing that down? Protect your plans and priorities. Protect your plan. Everybody wants your time. Everybody wants to take part of your time. Don't think it's just giving it away. It's costing you something. So you must protect it. You must protect it. Guide your time. Make sure that you don't allow anyone to infiltrate into your space to steal your time. So the next one, identify your values. Identify your values. When you are able to identify your values, you'll be able to redeem the time. These are the values that I never had in the last 3 years, in the last 10 years. But now that I'm able to identify these values, I want to put some time and values to it. I want to work with these values in this period. Anything that is not in line with my values, I don't want to spend time with it. Time is so precious. I told you at the beginning, when I call you, they say, how old are you? What I'm asking you is, how much time have you spent on earth? If you see any man on a dying bed, and the doctor said, you are soon going to go, you will soon back. And you know what the man will not tell you. He said, how much is in my bank account? He will not be asking how much, which presidency, no. What his question at that time will be, how much time do I have? Time marks your exit from life into eternity. So when you leave, you transcend from life to eternity, you begin to spend a timeless season. So you must be concerned about how you use your time. Now, the next thing that is important, make decisions based on your destiny. Make the decisions. Every opportunity that is coming your way. A lot of opportunity will come your way in this year. A lot of opportunity will come your way in the next year. I said, take opportunities that are in line based on your destiny. Don't run after every opportunity. There's something we call focus, F-O-C-U-S. Face one course until successful. Focus, face one course until successful. How focused are you? You know what they call a magnifying glass? There's something they call a magnifying glass. You can use it to, you can't use a magnifying glass. I don't know whether you've experienced it. You take a magnifying glass and you want to be using it to look at the horizons and things. Everything will be blurred. But when you take a book and you focus on it with the magnifying glass, it's going to make the letters bigger. And then when you see, if I put this book under the sun and the sun is hitting it, the worst that will happen is that it will just become hot. But when I take a magnifying glass and I focus the rays of light on the particular spot on that book will catch fire. The power of focus. 2021. What will you be focusing on? What will you be focusing on? Redeeming the time. Make an inventory of all your association. Ladies and gentlemen, for you to redeem the time in 2021 and beyond, you must make an inventory of the people that surround you. Who are the people that are closest to you? How useful are they in your life? Are they adding to you or minus is subtracting from you? Somebody said, your average income, your income is the average income of the 5 people that are closest to you. You must take inventory. Those people that you are hanging around with, how much are they helping you in your journey to destiny? Then the next one, review your investments with time. Review your investment with time. Who are you spending the time with? Anytime you spend anywhere is an investment. Who are you spending it with? Who are you spending your time with? Gisting? You know, it's funny when I meet some guys and say, oh, you know, we bought Ronald Messi, we bought Ronaldo, we bought him. It's now I'm going to sell Messi to you sell Messi. Ladies and gentlemen, be careful. You know, all those things are good to entertain you, but not at the expense of your time. If you have time, allocate time for your relaxation. Fine, but not at every time. Let people know you for something. Now, the next thing is, do not try, when you are trying to redeem the time, do not try to please everybody. Don't be men pleasers. Oh, I don't want him to get offended. You know, I just have to go. I need not to be at that party, but I don't want him to get offended. You know, I just have to do it because I don't. No, you can't please everybody. If you're on a journey to destiny, you are not a man pleasers. You are not to start pleasing. Yes, you want to make people happy around you, but if you must redeem the time, then you must not try to please everybody. Everybody wants a chunk of your time. But if you decide to please everyone on the way, I tell you, you will not arrive at your destination. You will not. Then lastly, forget the past and pursue the future. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that you will do to help yourself is to forget the past. What is it that was in your past that held you down? What was it that affected you in your past? And now you are looking at the future. A lot of people are held down by their past and they are unable to advance to the future. Paul said, he said, forgetting the things that are past. Forgetting the things that are past. Oh, my boyfriend ditched me. Oh, this one failed me. Oh, my partner did this to me. Oh, 2 years ago, and you are still dwelling in the past. The dwelling in the past will affect your thinking of the future. The more you dwell in the past, it will affect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when they say forget the past, you must have learned some things in the past, but you don't have to dwell in the past. Because when you dwell in the past, it affects your thinking. And one thing you must know, what you think will determine what you will have and what you will do. Hello? What you think will determine what you will do. And what you will do will determine what you will have. That's why when they say, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. So what you are thinking will determine what you will do. Oh, I entered into a bad contract last year. I lost money and things. And you are still dwelling in the past. Because of that, another business opportunity that comes again, you say, this business again? No. I lost money in it last year. I lost money in it last year. I am not going to, because you are still what? Dwelling in the past. It will affect your thinking today. And what you are thinking about will determine what you will do. And what you do will determine what you will have. Ladies and gentlemen, 2021, you have to change your thinking. How do you change your thinking? Forget the past. You learned some lessons in the past. When new opportunities come to you now, assess the opportunity on the face of it. I see quite a number of people. I tell them, you show opportunity to somebody, the man will say, this one, last year, there was a emu, and any opportunity they see again, it is MMM. I say, come, you are still thinking of the past. You are still dwelling in the past. Assess each opportunity on the face value of it. Don't compare one with the other. They will come in different things. And you know one thing about opportunity? Opportunity will not wear face cap and come and meet you. I am the opportunity you are looking for. Opportunity will not wear white agbada and come and say, I am the opportunity you are looking for. No, sir, no, man. Opportunity will come in work clothes. It will come in something that looks so difficult. It will come in a way that it looks it's not achievable. Opportunity. But will you seize the opportunity at that time? Redeeming the time. You still have great opportunity to redeem the time in this year. Redeem the time. Plan for your life. Plan for the next year. Don't go into the next year without having a vivid direction for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say it's been a great pleasure speaking to you about time and opportunity. How are you going to use it? How will you make use of it? 2021 is a year of great fulfillment. If you can seize the opportunity, spend your time on one, you will greatly succeed. Identify it. Where is my destiny lying? Where does my destiny lie? What am I on earth to achieve? Once I'm able to identify it clearly, I'm able to identify. Don't run after every opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, don't run after every opportunity. Identify the one that aligns with your purpose in life and spend time with it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's been a great time speaking with you on this platform. I'll be looking forward to seeing you again next week. If you're watching on Facebook, I want you to just click on the like button, and also click on the subscribe button so that whenever we go on air, you can always be informed. And if you're watching on Facebook, okay, I said if you're watching on YouTube, click on like and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, click on share. Share to somebody. There's somebody that needs to hear this. And also click on the like button. I always appreciate you for showing up at this period of time. I pray for you that as you go into this week, that God Almighty will bless you, that God Almighty will cause his face to shine upon you, that God Almighty will be gracious to you and he will give you peace. In this week, the month of November is called the 11th hour. That 11th hour miracle, that 11th hour blessing, Almighty God will make it come your way. God, remember, God does not dwell in time. God dwells in eternity. So it's not limited by time. So when you look between now and December, that which you've not been able to achieve between now, between January and now, in the next few days to the end of this year, if you can believe, he said all things are possible to him that believes. If you choose to believe, I can tell you, God will show up for you. If you can spend just a little, like 3 minutes with me, I always like to say this prayer with you in form of this song. And if you believe it, that God is going to make this week a wonderful one for you, you just want to type amen in the chat box. Just put an amen there as we wrap up on this.
The Lord will bless you, the Lord will keep you, the Lord will make his face to shine upon you, the Lord will bless you, the Lord will keep you, and be gracious unto you. The Lord will bless you, the Lord will keep you, the Lord will make his face to shine upon you, the Lord will bless you, the Lord will keep you, and be gracious unto you, and he will give you peace, and he will give you peace, and he will his face shine upon you, and he will give you peace, and he will give you peace, and he will turn his face to you. The Lord will bless you, the Lord will keep you, the Lord will make his face to shine upon you. The Lord will bless you, the Lord will keep you, and be gracious unto you. Shalom, 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 shalom. May you receive the fullness of his blessing.